Hey, Beach. Shug bird. Shug bird. Shug bird. Hello, sugar bird. I won't be able to see you up there. That's where you like to sit. Mander the great salamander bird. There you go, Sal. Oh, I know, Pippa. I know. Okay, off the fingers. You can do it. There, you're getting so much better at that. Yes, you're getting good. No, you're not leaving yet. You close the door, you're going to leave. Little girl. You can sit right here. Sit right there. Come on. Right here. No, you gotta stay up there. Come on. Now you're not going out the door. Mander, you're getting awful loud up there. Hey, you guys, hang loose. Yeah. No, you're not going out the door because I'm going to stay in here, silly. Don't eat the iPod, okay? I'll be right back. You're not going out the door. Oh, Mander, are you sure about that? Hello, Peach. What you doing? Papa Blue, what are you doing? Well, let me get this thing over here. Can we keep track of what's going on? Oops. No, it helps if you turn it right side up. Are we ready, guys? Are we ready? Hi, and welcome to Cockatude Live. No, okay, I've got somebody getting into stuff. No, you're not going over here. Come here. Come in. No. Hi, and welcome to Cockatude Live, simulcasting on YouTube and Facebook today. Yeah, we got a little bit of a crew with us today. We have Lucy, and Peppa, and Babaloo, who's looking at my iPod like, okay, I'm going to get that before the day's out. And Peach, are you going to hide over there, Peach? Just come on. Come on. No hiding. No hiding. You can stay up here and calm down. Peach, what are you doing? Okay. What are you doing? Ah! Pippa, you get so excited. Yeah. Babaloo. We got Cecil. Manderbird. That's Salamander or Sal. And Sugarbird, who'll probably get down and join us. She's been doing a lot more of that lately. And she was initially concerned about the cameras, but now she seems to be like okay with that, so. Somebody touched the screen, so they threw me out of our. So, here we are live with a few birds, yes, a few crazy birds. This one had lead poisoning, and they had to actually remove the lead from her surgically, so she swallowed a weight for fishing lure. So, she didn't exactly get a fisherman's friend, lodgings down her throat. I can't say the word today. Must be one of those days. Peach, don't bounce at her. That scares her, okay? She doesn't know you don't need anything by her. She doesn't know that. No. She is responding to the medicine. She has all of her feathers back here. She doesn't seem to be growing any feathers, any of her coverts up on the back of her wings. It may be that those are just gone. She'll never get them back. But she is keeping her flight feathers, which is good because she can fly. And she's shown us that she can fly now, haven't she? Yeah, you used to chop those off. Where are you going? You're not going to the floor. You're not going to the floor. Peach, you want to say hi to everybody? She says if there was an everybody. Yeah, we don't get to see what's going on in the feed though, do we? Yeah. I'll say hi to say hi to Calgary and Sweden. They're online with us now. And hello to Tina and Ida and Renee and Shelley. Not to mention Brad and Regina. Peaches, can you say hi? You can do it. Can you say hi to all of them? Do it in your own special way. Come on, Peach. Come on, Peach. Peach, Peach. Aw, come on. Sing for us, baby. Peach has got to sing. No singing today? Okay. Now this is Peaches on a mission. She wants to get into things and do things her way today. The way when she leans forward and she puts her head out like that, she's almost ready to vocalize, but when she starts doing that, she's getting into stuff. Aren't you, girl? You might also notice that her eyes are oval shaped, and because she has 6 fused vertebrae in her neck, her eyes will get oval shaped when her neck is hurting. So she probably didn't quite get enough anti-inflammatory this morning. You're never quite sure how much to give her on a given day. What do you want to do? You want to sit behind my neck? You can if you want to. Is that what you want to do? All right. All right, kid. Now that's something that... There she goes. That's a good girl, Peaches. That's a good girl. Quite the song. You should be in an opera. Bob, Valerie says hi to you. Valerie's saying hi to Babaloo. Where is Babaloo? Bob! Sorry. I called you Bob. Well, it happens, you know. Bob! Valerie's saying hi to you. And you're saying, I'm going to chew. Would you like another piece of wood? No, not my clothes. Peach, you're not getting down on the floor. No. That's... You gotta keep an eye on her when she gets that look, boy. She's gonna get on the floor, and then she's gonna go over and eat the camera tripods, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, now you're gonna eat my face. I know how that works. She gets into this bouncing phase, and you gotta be careful of your face. Which is what I was gonna say. Once you get to know your birds, you know them well, you can get away with having them close to your face. In this case, this is one of those cases where I'm keeping her away from my face because I know Peaches when she gets like this. She's not going to try to bite me, but if she wants to go somewhere and I'm pulling her away from that, there's a chance she might get my face. Come on, sweetie pie. You're not going on the floor. No, you're not. I'm going to put you down here with Bob. And I'm going to try to corral you. Hey, you be nice to Bob. No, I wouldn't walk into Bob and do that. Here. I'll put you on this side. And then I have to put the iPod somewhere else. I'll try up here. Hello to Ontario. We have somebody from Ontario here now. Right? Peach, what are you doing? How come you're so wound up? People get to see what you look like when you're wound up. Yes, I know you're trying to get into that part in Aida. You just want to sing that final aria, don't you? Don't you? Yep. I'm ignoring everybody else because she's just, well, that's one thing you end up having to do when you have a bunch of birds like this. You'll have one that's acting out, who's on a mission, and you'll end up spending a lot of time working with them. Keep track of the other ones around you though, because they might get into something you're not paying attention. Right, Peach? What are you doing? You don't have to hide, baby. You just don't want to know. It's okay. It's okay. Hi, Chris from a bird sanctuary in Florida. It's fun having bird sanctuaries, isn't it? We started out as a rescue and sanctuary, and we stopped doing the rescue and rehoming because we weren't having a good effect. They were going out, even though you check the people out, you go out there and you look at their home, you interviewed them, you taught them a little bit, so they should know what they're doing, and then 6 months, a year later, they're back on your door giving you the bird back. And they were having to do that because the way our contract is set up, they can't just take the bird and sell it. That's against the law. So that's what we had our contract. The contract we use comes right out of the Sanctuary book, which is written by the ASPCA and the Avian Web. Right? Right. Bob? Come on up here, Bob. Come and see me. Come on. Come on. You're buried. Come on. I just want to see you. Come on. Come say hi. Oh, he says, I'm busy. I'm Mr. Busy. I'm always busy. Aren't you, Bob? Yeah, he'll go right back to his play spot. Yep. Gotta play. Cecil, you're awful quiet. Cecil. This is kind of a quiet time of day for them. Mander, what are you doing? Salamander? Now we've had Lucy and Pippa now for a short time. Lucy has stopped her feather destructive behavior, and so has this little one. Although she was pulling a trick on me I've never seen. And the trick she was pulling was literally pulling the feathers from her chest and then eating them. So you didn't have any evidence that she was feather plucking. Took a camera to find that one, setting up a camera. And Linda, we have 13 birds with us. We're a permanent sanctuary, so that's our maximum right now until we get to be a bigger organization with more space and more help. 13, 10 of which have feather destructive behavior. He's got a twisted pelvis. She has lead poisoning, the after effects of lead poisoning.
Peaches has 6 fused vertebrae in her neck. Bob has a cloacal prolapse. Fortunately, of course, he's sewn up right now. He's probably got another. Our best estimate right now is another 6 to 8 years of his life. He's still young. He's just a baby boy, aren't you, Bob? He's 15, and he should live to be 80. He won't see 25. And he's our room monitor too. So, in that he watches what everyone else does. You may think he's not paying attention, but he's keeping his eye on things. And if somebody does something he doesn't like, well, he's going to get right in the middle of it. And then he'll argue with me. His way of arguing with me is to shake his head like this. I'll say, "No, Bob, you're not doing that." And he'll go, "Yes, I am, yes, I am." And we'll go through that for a while. 9 times out of 10, he'll allow me to win the argument. But sometimes not. And that's okay. He gets to make his own choices. Where are you going? Where are you going? Pippa of the cute sounds. Where are you going? She's okay around other birds. This one? Where? Lucy isn't. Lucy doesn't like being around other birds. And she's pretty calm right now. She tries to stay close to me so I can protect her if something goes wrong. She doesn't get along with Chloe, and that's not her fault. That's Chloe. Chloe is very defensive when it comes to other female birds in the room, so Chloe isn't in here right now. Right now I don't like these two in the same room together. It will not stay that way. Eventually, Chloe and Lucy will be able to be in the same room. And right now I just don't like it because Chloe doesn't take her eyes off her and she has to hide, and that's not good. So, but I don't believe in leaving things static. And if you've got a bad situation or an uncomfortable situation, find a way to fix it. So, right, girl, right? You gonna vocalize? Or you gonna be quiet? You gonna say something? Well, hello. Well, thank you. We needed a vocalization right about then. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, Peach is dancing. You want to sing? She's going to do the sing. That was beautiful, Peach. Do you have a second verse? That was beautiful, Peaches. Do you have a second verse?
Hello.
It's all right. Yes, I know, but he just wants to preen you. I don't think Bob has ever seen one of his own species before. I don't think so. Or he doesn't quite know what to do. He keeps trying to be nice to you, and you keep telling him to go away. Yeah, which is probably best since you're female and he's male, but... Right? We did, we were going to go up to 15. I think Brad was commenting on that we had 15, but we had a former foster parent back when we did fostering. After a couple of years, decided she was going to give the birds back to us, but she never filled out the relinquishment paperwork, so that's not going to happen. At least it takes about a month if we were going to take her back. And that would be an overload for us, but that's the way it goes sometimes. The African gray has feather-destructive behavior, and the double yellow-headed Amazon has aggressive issues. So they kind of fit our profile. Aggressive issues are something that's not that complicated to take care of if you know applied behavior analysis, which is the tool that we use with these guys. You probably know it more as reward training, but there's a lot more tools to it. Reward training is just part of the tool set. Okay. They're asking me if I can read. We have a private chat that tells me what's going on. Hello, Brad. Yeah, there's no way I could possibly read the Facebook feed, so I'm actually have a screen up there that they're feeding me questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in. We've got a couple of board members who are actually watching the feed and then feeding me the questions. So. Right, Bob? Now he's on his, let's talk about Bob here, since we don't have any questions right now. Bob has had his second cloacopexy, which is basically they sew. The cloaca actually is oval, okay? Think of it looking more like a hoagie, you know, or what they call a submarine in California. So it's oval, and what they do when it starts to, the tone starts to break down, and it starts to open up and the insides come out, is that they pinch, they actually sew, and you can see that online. We have a video for that. We actually took a video of his last cloacopexy, and you can see it. The Dr. Jenkins actually took and sewed that shut on the sides. There's still an opening there, but it's much closer. So what that does is, even though the muscle tone is gone, it helps to keep everything in. And last time it lasted 5 months. We're hoping it'll last longer. And he took it all pretty well. People, when they meet him, he was in a situation where he had to be aggressive in order to stay out of the cage. So he pushes people's buttons. And where are you going, Sal? Hi, Sal. He pushes people's buttons. So that has the deleterious effect of making it so that people are afraid of him. But you can see, he's just a big sweetheart, aren't you, Bob? And this is the thing, people are afraid of Bob, but Bob, let's show what you can do. Let's do the upside down Bob. And then when you grab my finger, you hold that, he won't do that here. If he's on the floor and I put my finger down, he'll just grab onto it gently. You can barely even feel it. And he just come right up. So he's not an aggressive bird. He was just trying to fill that niche in his life, get some time out of that cage, because he was just trapped in the cage for so long. He spent 8 years trying to get rehomed. He got rehomed 8 times. That didn't work out. So now, one thing too, I should mention. I don't think I mentioned this enough. Is if you have any prey animals, like dogs or cats, you shouldn't let them play too close to your bird. Now, the reason for that is there's a couple of reasons. For one thing, dogs are just degenerate wolves. Okay, they used to be wolves, and therefore they're predators. They could just all of a sudden haul off and kill your bird. And that happened to one person I was associated with. I went down to meet her, and she had a Moluccan, kind of like salamander, who'd been used in basically cockfighting. They had him fighting chickens and other birds. She got him out of that situation. Took 3 years, got him rehabilitated, got all the aggression out of him, got him feeling, like a normal bird and acting like a normal bird. And she had told me that her dogs would never touch him. Well, guess what? Her dogs killed him. And to her credit, she actually wrote me an email and told me what happened. And she said, please pass on that no one should let their dogs ever around their birds. It just shouldn't happen. Even if you think your dog is a saint, you shouldn't do that. Hi, we got some new viewers. I want to say hi to you guys. And we have with us, I'm going to recap, we have with us Peaches. This is the one sitting on my chest. She has 6 fused vertebrae and feather destructive behavior. We have Pippa. Pippa, he just wants to preen you. Oh, he just wants to preen you. It's all right. It's all right, Pippa. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. He won't hurt you. Peaches, it's okay. He won't hurt you. He won't hurt you. Pippa, he won't hurt you. He won't. He just wants to preen you. Well, just wants to bring it. This is Pippa. She has feather destructive behavior. She's new to us. Just been here a short time. She's stopped plucking. It looks like she's not going to get her feathers back on her chest or on her back. But she is keeping her flight feathers now, which is wonderful. Primaries and secondaries are coming in. We got Cecil. What are you doing up there? You're so quiet. We have Cecil, and you can't see right now. We have Salamander. He's a Moluccan, and we also have Sugar. She's a Moluccan. She was a mutilator. You know, be nice. Pippa, he's not going to hurt you. I know, Bob. I understand. This is Lucy. She's feather destructive. Bob has a cloac. He has a cloac and prolapse. He's been sewn up twice. And Cecil, I didn't say much about you. He came to us like a. He was more like a porcelain fixture that looked like a parrot because he had no personality. He was completely introverted, functionally autistic to the level of almost catatonia. And now he's one of the most active and most interested birds, and he looks like he's just falling asleep. He's not on any medicine. The birds that you're seeing right now, the one that's the most active, Pippa, here, she is on medicine. So a lot of people think that when you put these birds on medicine, that they become less active. Well, that isn't always true. Sometimes it's just the opposite. It depends on the bird. Let's see. I'm trying to look around the perch over here. Yeah, Chris was commenting that he doesn't see any jealousy in these birds. Well, yeah, they have their territoriality. To some degree, they will defend their space, just like we do. But we do have videos on that. We have our Cockatude videos, which are at YouTube/Chloe Sanctuary, and we have videos on aggression. We have videos on just about every aspect of working with birds. You know, when you start bouncing next to my face, I wonder about you. You're just a little out of it today, little girl. But you're awfully cute. How old are each bird? We don't know for sure how old every bird is. Cecil, we believe Cecil is 8 years old. Bob's 15. We don't know how old Peaches is. We think she's in her 20s. We're not sure. And as far as age, you're never sure. Unless you actually have a hatch record, which we do on a couple of birds here. Coco we do. Coco is 8 years old. We actually have the hatch record on her. You are just getting too wild there, kid. And her neck is hurting too. You poor thing. Here, now calm down. Oh, you're not going to do that. Calm down. Salamander is 7 years old, I believe. We don't know how old Sugar is, and you can't see her. She's out of the camera. Hey, you. Hey, you. All right, Peach, come here. Come here. This is what happens when Peaches gets a little overexcited and her neck is hurting. I'm going to try to divert her onto a toy and keep her off the floor. She wants to go to the floor. No, you're not going to the floor. Come here. Come on. No, you're not going on the floor. Peaches, come here. No. No. Yeah, I know, Bob. It's funny. Peach, you're not going on the floor. No. No. I'll use the other bird thing on you. I will. Okay. Now, she and Cecil have a special relationship. You'll see these two in the same, in opposite cages, but they're sitting right next to each other. I should say they're in cages next to each other. And they will sit, and it looks like they're planning to take over the world. They're just friends. It's pretty obvious they're just friends. And what I'm I'm doing now is I'm interposing. It's not working, but I'm trying to put Cecil between her and her desire to find a way to the floor. I have one other method, which is the next thing I do is I put her on a perch. Because of her neck, she has trouble getting down from a perch. If you don't calm down, you're going to be on a perch. There you go. Well, if there's one left when Bob gets done. The reason that Peaches, Tina, the reason that Peaches needs to have so many courses to her meals is because, well, I'll give you a story. I used to do computer work. Yeah, I rarely do now, but I used to do computer work. That was my main line of work. And I had a guy who was blind. He'd been shot in the head when he was trying to help a woman, and the guy turned around and shot him. So he lost his ability to taste food. And he would, so I asked him, I said, how do you eat? Why do you eat if you can't taste it? And he said, well, I eat for the activity. Well, he knew that he needed to eat to survive. She doesn't really know that. It's just a response. I mean, I doubt that she knows it. They eat when they feel like eating. And in her case, she gets bored with food easily. You got to imagine she has pain in her neck because of the 6 fused vertebrae in there. So, to keep her interested, you just put out a whole bunch of stuff, and then she kind of waddles, and she can't walk very well because of her neck, so she'll waddle from one bowl to another, and she'll pick out blueberries and raspberries, and then she'll move on to another bowl, and she'll get some of the mash, and then she'll go over and eat some edamame. And it's the variety and the spacing. Then she'll go eat a little muffin. Because she has all that variety, it keeps her interested, so it keeps her weight up. She'll drop a lot of weight if you try to feed her out of one bowl. And also, if you don't put it, I use lids, okay? But they have to be really shallow because she can't lift her head up without hurting herself. She'll do it sometimes. And that's usually the situations where she'll start to nip. And she's close to that right now because of her neck is hurting. So she has to have bowls that are low to the ground and a variety of food. You're not going to the floor. You're not. Peaches. Okay, you're going on the perch. Come here. Come here. There you go. You can do a song up there. Oh, you had to go to the bathroom. Well, that didn't help either, did it? Now, somewhere along the line, we've had everything else checked on her, so the fact that she has to go to the bathroom only maybe 4 or 5 times a day, I think it has something to do with the way her neck was damaged. Hold on, Peach. Hold on, Peaches. No, I don't want you walking in poop. I don't want you walking in this stuff, kid. Let's get it up. I was not a basketball player, but I'm pretty good at getting them over to the trash can. What are you doing? No, you're not going to go over there and bother her. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Bob, are you having fun? I see some. I see some. Hello. He's got that look. That's the look that Cecil gives me when he wants to hear me say a word so he can practice it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? He just knocked it off. Okay.
Well, it's back there somewhere.
That's alright. Come here, Cecil. Come on. See if you want to learn a word. Come on. Hello. 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 Hello.
It's 1:30.
Hello. Cecil. No. That's the look, though. If you see a look like that in your bird, and it's looking at your lips and it's watching you, and you want to repeat the word you want your bird to learn. He does say hello. Hello? 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 Hello, Cecil. Hello? And you guys know that these guys have incredible power in those beaks, and letting a Hillary, don't get involved with the heater over there. Sal? Okay. Salamander. It's not plugged in, so there's no electricity, but still. Salamander. So, when you get a bird's beak this close to your face, you're taking a chance. So if you know the bird, and I know Cecil, he's not going to bite my face. He got me one time. I don't know what got me into this stupid behavior, but at night, when he goes into his night cage, which people have commented on, saying, that's a round cage, and you shouldn't put a bird in a round cage. That's true. They shouldn't be able to see all around because predator, it gives them a sense of fear. Well, not in his case. He's up against the wall with it. The key is it has the bead welds. He busts tack welds like they're not even there. He could take apart one of those big king's cages in an hour, have it in pieces on the floor. It's amazing. But anyway, I was going in there, and he'd lean over and he'd want to touch my nose with his beak. I probably did this for 6 months. Well, one day, when I was putting him to sleep, I wasn't paying attention to his frame of mind, and I put my nose over there, and he bit it. Not hard, but enough to draw a little blood. And that was because I wasn't paying attention. It's the paying attention thing that's important. By the way, we have on Patreon, we're on Patreon, and what that is a place where you can give $1 per episode, or, we do 2 a month in Cockatude, not including the live free broadcast. You want to eat my day? Yeah, you do? That's typical. So, when you sign up for Patreon, we're going to put out those 2 videos a month, and if you have it down for $1 an episode, they're going to charge your credit card $2, each month. So, that adds up for us, though. That's $24 a year. And that's enough to buy 1 gallon of poop off. But we need the 1 gallon of poop off. We go through 12 gallons a year of poop off, so. And it's enough to buy her special food, because she's still on some of the food that she had when she came here. It takes time to wean them off a bit. Which one does Jane love? Are you talking about Pippa, or are you talking about Cecil bird? One on my left. Well, both of these guys like cuddles. So it's relatively painless. I also am a patron, as well as being one of the, as our group being one of the groups that use Patreon to try to get support. But, from that money we buy food and treats for these guys. We also buy new equipment so that we can do better videos for you. And it helps us to get by month so that we don't have to spend most of our time fundraising, and we can actually do more to help the community. So that's patreon.com/Chloe Sanctuary. And we certainly would appreciate your support, wouldn't you, Cecil? Oh, Cecil's got a toy. Now, this is a guy, if you give him a toy, you gotta watch him, because he gets a little overexcited with toys. And he'll get a couple of toys in his beak and come over and start whacking you with them. He'll take a piece of wood that has a sharp edge. It's the sharp edge you're going to see coming towards you. He's not being mean. He just plays hard. Tina's asking how they respond to music. Well, we've got a good dancer. We also have videos in our video shorts online at YouTube/Chloe Sanctuary. If you look under video shorts, you'll see video of him dancing, Cecil dancing. You'll see Bob dancing. He doesn't just destroy perches. Right, Bob? Bob's a good dancer. I don't have any good video of Bob doing his dancing. And it's sad because he does his best dancing in the van while we're driving, listening to Elvis. He does some amazing moves that there ain't nothing but a hound dog. You wouldn't believe it. And yeah, they all respond to music differently. Lorelei's probably our best dancer, and I don't have any video of it. I'd have to hide the camera in a box to get it, and that's probably what I'll have to do. Because if she knows that there's a phone being used as a camera, there isn't any chance at all she's going to dance. But she's got the moves. What are you doing, Bob? What's going on, kid? Bob's alive. What do you see, Bob? What do you see? Bob, what do you see? Oh man, now you hear Chloe, that's going to make it worse. She's responding. Yeah, I think one of the hardest things in a situation like this, where you're talking to people online, is not to touch the bird properly. You want to touch a bird on its head, okay? You don't want to touch the rest of their body. You'll see me do that with Peaches. She can't preen her tail end, so I end up having to do that anyway. What happens if you pet them improperly, it's kind of like being at a bar and putting your hand under the bar table and reaching across to grab somebody's leg, touching anywhere else. Because in the wild, these guys can't preen their own heads, so it's normal for other birds to come over and preen them. But when they start preening anywhere else, it's an invitation to mating and to mate bonding. You don't want a bird that's mate bonded to you. You don't. I have 3 that way. I had no choice. With Peaches, I have to do it because she had 2 impacted feathers from not being preened before I got her. And then with Sugar, she was a mutilator, and I spent so much time with her. She had 13 different collars she had to wear, and I had to make toys that go around her neck. And all that time I was working with her and handling her a lot. The times where she was bloody from ripping out, breaking feathers, and what they'll do is they'll break a feather in half. And in her case, she had malformed follicles from having ripped her feathers out for so long. So the feathers would come in always filled with blood. So when she broke them, then she would just bleed out. She almost died on me 3 times. So in the process, I manhandled her quite a bit. A lot of that was comfort. She needed some comfort. So she got mated to me. And this one, because of his insecurities, he's mated to me too. You'll see him defend me. I know I've told this story before, but I've got a friend who's a big guy. He's a plumber. He's tall, 6'4", 6'5". I don't know exactly how tall he is. But he was telling me a story. He had been over at a turkey ranch a couple of days before, and one of the male turkeys had come up and just whacked him. So with its wing. So he's telling me the story, and in the process, I'm holding Bob in this hand with his feet held in my hand. He comes up with his arm and he goes whack to me like this. Bob leaps for his eyes, which is what they do in the wild. They'll attack another bird's eyes if that bird is going after their mate. They'll defend their mate by blinding whatever is trying to attack. So I had to pull him down and then put him away, and of course tell him good boy because he was defending me. A lot of people wouldn't understand why he did what he did, but you just don't reach out and touch me when Bob is around. So we have videos on our YouTube channel, which is YouTube/Chloe Sanctuary. We have videos on aggression. We have videos on training, where you can learn to train your birds. And this isn't like the weekend kind of training routines that you get sometimes from like basic training with dogs and that kind of thing. This is actual applied behavior analysis. It's learning to look at things a different way. Learning not to judge a bird. It's learning that the way an organism, a bird, behaves is right. Whatever they're doing is right within their world. That doesn't mean you allow them to do everything, though. That just means that they're doing the right behavior for the way they've been conditioned to this point. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a way to fill that need they have, that they're fulfilling with a certain behavior. You're going to find a way to fulfill that need with something else. So in other words, you're going to start replacing behavior. You're going to find a need and replace one behavior with another that's acceptable. Okay, so you have a misbehavior over here that isn't acceptable, like biting, and a positive behavior, like playing a game on this side. So we have videos on training, and we have videos on certain circumstances, on a lot of different things. We have over just about 60 hours now of video out there. And yeah, they're a little long. Most of them are an hour long. But there's a lot you can learn from just watching how I interact with the birds, because I'm using the tools of applied behavior analysis. Right? Right? You're so much calmer now. Well, I know, but you have such a pretty voice. So this one, she doesn't talk. She just makes musical sounds. They're very pretty. She has pretty sounds, don't you, baby? Now, this one has another behavior that's kind of interesting. Women. She does not tolerate women. The second she sees a woman, the feathers on the back of her neck, which is a sign of aggression, okay? You see those feathers on the back of the neck come up, and you know. And then she'll get the wings out and lunge forward with her head. Then she'll vocalize. She makes a lot of almost like loud clucking sounds. And one of the things we're working with her on too, when she came here, she didn't show much interest in toys. So they should be able to play with hanging toys. They should play with the toys like one of Cecil's favorite toys is something Regina gave him. And we have a toy making video too, so you watch that, you'll learn a lot. And how to do it cheaply, okay? You can make a toy for $1.50 that you could buy for $20 or $25. You're going to reuse some of the parts, that helps. So just knowing how to do it, okay? It'll tell you like how to make toys inexpensively and how to make toys that make them interesting too. Then you can keep changing them around when you're making them yourself. They kind of fit their need. What we're trying to do with her is to get her interested in toys. And when she first came here, she just really didn't pay any attention. And the gentleman who dropped her off brought toys for her, and she showed no interest at all. So I found out that she likes those palm strips, those flat strips. She likes the ones that aren't colored. Some of them like them when they're multicolors. She likes the ones that aren't. So she also seemed to like the finger traps. So what I'm doing is taking the palm strips, and don't you go on the floor. I can read your mind. No, I can't actually. I can read your behavior. And then I put the finger trap out, and then I just tie a bit of palm around it. So there's maybe a foot-long piece of palm tied around a finger trap. She likes those. She likes smaller pieces of wood. If you give her a big piece of wood, she'll usually ignore it. I think I can offer this. I don't think she'll even show any interest. No? None at all. I don't have any finger traps out either, do I? That's pretty sad. No palms, nothing. When she came here, she showed no interest. What you do is you just keep putting in different things, leave it in there for a while, see if she reacts. And with things like the palm, it's easy because you can look and see that she's chomped on it. And if you see a piece of wood that's missing a section, then you know she's been chewing on it. When you start to see a little more activity, putting up a camera for a few hours, just have it bought. And I mean, also make a point on that is if you're going to put up a camera by the cage, you can take a tripod and just set a tripod by their cage for a few weeks with nothing on it till they get used to the tripod. Especially do that with parrots, old world parrots as opposed to cockatoos. A cockatoo will get used to something like that usually in 24 hours or 48 hours, or maybe even not even care it from the beginning. An old world parrot might take 3 weeks or a month to get used to something. You may have to move it slowly closer and closer. Yeah, Brad says Bob would like a wooden block to chew. I could offer him one, but I don't think he'll take it. We'll try. Bob, you want a wooden block? I'm betting he'll throw it, but he might eat it. Okay, Brad, you got it right. He did do it. He did. Usually he'll just toss one by handing a piece of wood while he's chewing on the perch, but that's something too. These round perches you see, they aren't good for standing all day on. It can actually hurt their feet. They can get bumblefoot, which the blistering of the feet and that kind of thing. So it's okay for this situation, and you should let them chew them because they'll make them into different shapes, and that's actually better for their feet. So you'll see I don't usually, like that one, I won't replace it right away. I'll let him chew on it, and when he's chewed both sides down to where there's not much of a perch there, I'll replace it. And that's not to save money, because I don't pay much for the wood, and I cut it myself. Yeah, we were just celebrating recently the passing of Murray. We had she was in her 40s or 50s. We don't know how old she was, but she was an older African gray, and she died of old age. But Murray was quite a trip. I miss having her around. One thing about the African grays is that they don't just use body language. These guys talk quite a bit with body language, but an African gray will quite frequently actually respond with conversational English or whatever language. For example, with Murray, what happened was one day after I had her just a couple of days, she whistled, okay? She made a whistling sound, like that kind of, I thought, well, maybe she wants something. Be careful what you do, because in this case, that one little whistle meant I want from then on. She trained me to respond to that whistling sound. So if you want somebody to whistle for you, like, hey buddy, bring me something, then respond to that whistle. So I did. So if you were to bring her something that she really liked, she'd go, way to go, and she'd take it from you. If you brought her something she didn't like, she'd go and shake her head like that. So when you were walking away from this African gray, she was a Congo African gray, the one with the red tail. You're walking away, she'd go, that's a good boy. She was quite the character. And the reason we don't have any old world parrots in here is because we just don't have them offered to us. We've had them, but we rarely get them offered since everyone knows we have cockatoos. That seems to be what people want us to take. And of course we keep them for life, so since we keep them for life, it's not like we're replacing them very often. I'd sure love to have a place where we had enough people to see that everybody got socialized for 3 hours a day, and we had 100 or 200 birds, because there's a lot of birds out there that need help. But they'd have to get socialized and be out and play for at least 3 hours a day. And a nice aviary outside would be great too, but you work with what you can do. Right, Pippa? Yeah? You think so? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Yeah, little Miss Dynamo grip. She has a heck of a grip, this one. Svetla, I'm not reading the comments. I have Brad and Regina are picking out comments and letting me know because the feed's moving too fast for me to see it, so I'm not actually seeing the comments. I'm seeing the ones that Brad and Regina are sending me on a private chat window. Right? Right, Pippa? Pippa, Pippa, Pippa. Now this is one that you could, when she first came here, trying to get her off of you, she would grab you so tight you really couldn't, you almost couldn't get her off your arm. She would just clamp down. And one thing people don't, video is sideways on YouTube. Well, I can't fix that. Not yet. And if any comments are coming through on YouTube, we're not seeing them. Yeah, I can't really fix the YouTube video because the angle of the camera. Well, maybe I can. Bob, get away from the floor. Get away from there. No, you're not eating the curtain. Come here. No. Get back up there and chew the perch, would you? Let me see. Maybe I can fix the YouTube video. I don't know. Kind of silly that they want the camera in the wrong position, but if that's what they want. Is that better on YouTube now? If anyone is watching this on YouTube, let me know. You post it in the Facebook chat, it'll pop up on my private chat window over there. Right? Right, girl? Sal, what are you doing? Seesaw. Cecil, come here, Cecil. Come on, Cecil. Cecil. Cecil, bird. Boy, aren't you the quiet one today? Well, anyone who's seen our videos knows just how busy that Cecil bird can be. But today, he's being Mr. Quiet. Peaches, you okay now? You okay now? You calm down? Did you calm down? Bob. Bob. Hi, Rose in Australia. Pippa says hi. Pippa, you say hi, Rose? Well, you could sing it. You have a great little singing voice. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you're being awfully quiet. My Lucy girl. Lucy. Just Lucy sits up here with that attitude that as long as nobody's bugging me, I'll just sit here and kind of blend in. Peach, come here, Peach. Come on, Peach. Come on, Peach. Come here. Peachy girl. Hey, Peach. Hello. Hello, Peach. Hello, Peach. Hi, Cecil. There's that devilish look. Come on over here, Cecil. Come on. Come on, Cecil bird. Yeah, and if you've got an iPhone, we have stickers. that you can buy. If you go to our website, there's a link to the Apple Store where you can get stickers. And then you can plug pictures of these birds with some cute phrases right into your iMessage. It's really cool, huh? What do you say, Peach? You're in there. She's got one that says cuddle me, don't you? You've got a bunch of them. One of them says cuddle me. She also has high 4. That's Peach is doing high 4. Yeah. Hi, Peachaz. Peachaz? She doesn't know how to say goodbye, so when we get ready to close this up, she can't say goodbye. I don't think she wants to ever say goodbye. Do you? Do you? Where are you going? You gonna go see Bob? Oh, Bob. No, Bob. Leave her alone. Come here, Peppa. Come here. No. There's that grip, boy. When she grips a hold of something. Come here. Come here. No, no, no. I don't want you bothering Bob. That's very good. Oh, that feels good. You gonna do that some more? Practice for the summer? I think it's only 75 in here right now, so it still feels good. Still feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, don't forget we have over 60 hours of video out at YouTube/Cockatude. Excuse me. YouTube/Chloe Sanctuary. And then you'll see there's a playlist that says Cockatude. We have several other playlists. We have playlists on how to cook for these guys, how to make mash. We have lots of little short videos too. We have videos on training. We also have videos on feather destructive behavior. Peaches has feather destructive behavior. Sugar, which you can't see, I could probably try to get her down here, but she doesn't like to be grabbed and taken off her perch. Do you, Sugar Bird? But she's fully feathered now. We have 10 birds here that have feather destructive behavior, and the last 2 here that just came in are no longer picking. So watch, that's video number 14. Watch that one and learn about how you can actually stop your birds from chewing their feathers off. And it's not something that's just cosmetic, because they chew their feathers, it continues to go until they've chewed to where they have a whole bunch of skin exposed. Then they figure out that by cutting themselves, they can get rid of their anxiety, and the next thing you know, you got an infection, and you can kind of figure out where the infection will go after that. Oh, I'm glad you like the quotes, Tina. Yeah, I post a quote every day, a picture of a bird with a famous quote every day out on Facebook. So, in a bunch of different groups that all want our posts. So. Kate? Was that Kate? K-A-I-T? Yeah. Peach has a great fluffy beak. She has a great bunch of different looks, don't you, cutie pie? And you have a great little whistle song. Yeah. They keep asking for more. I try to give them more, but there's only so much you can give them in one day, right? Because you still got to clean cages, and you got to cook for them. And it's about an 18-hour day to take care of these guys. So we're going to wrap this up. Hi, Emily. Yeah, they're pretty happy. We're going to wrap this up, and someone says what? Someone's asking if we could go overtime. Thanks, Brad. You want to? I won't have any voice before it's over with. Sure, we can go over a little bit. If we still have people who want to talk. Well, I still have some voice left. Yeah? Well, let me know if you want me to. If you want to watch some more, let us know. We can go for a while longer. I may not talk quite as much because my voice can only handle so much of this. Right, Peach?
It's 2 o'clock.
Okay, we'll go a little over. Say another 10 minutes. Bob. Okay, now you want to preen her to be gentle. Let's see if we can get these guys to preen. It's alright. Pippa, it's okay.